is their hands maybe touched his face a little bit? Maybe. But, I mean, I think he went down a little too easy on there. But, again, I think the refs got this one right, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Under Review, the most controversial show in the Major Arena Soccer League. My name is Phil Levanco. That is the head of officials, Ryan Sigich. And, Ryan, we have a special show today. Do you know why?
I do.
Well, because we brought in the big guns, the star forward for the Milwaukee Wave. Ian Bennett's going to join us. Ian, how's it going?
Hey, Ian.
I'm good, man. I think Ryan was a nice guy. He hasn't seen me in like 2 weeks to play, so I think he brought me on this show. I think he misses me, man, out there.
Well, we're going to bring on the player perspective. And Ryan, we have to start this show with the dramatic finish in Tacoma. Savage versus the Stars, and this play here tied up the game. Ryan, your thoughts on your rule book?
Hey, slow down, Phil. It's not my rule book. So Rule 3.6 says that a goalkeeper who is subbing in for a sixth attacker during play only has to make a move toward his team's bench, and then the sixth attacker may enter and participate. And that's exactly what happens here. So whether you agree with this rule or not, I think it was executed correctly by Tacoma.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. I just feel like you got to be off the field. I get what the rule says, and everything in this rule, he did it right, so it wasn't illegal, but it just doesn't make any sense to me, because now technically, I mean, if you count the players, how many players are on the field now, though? So, like, it's even more than 6, right? It's 7 then, right? But he didn't make a play on the ball, the other guy, right? So, I don't know. It's just a tough rule, man. I just wish that you normally change like a normal player, and I think you'd be fine. But again, obviously, until they change the rule, and it's a good goal, man, so I can't complain.
And here's the play that directly led to that goal. Roman Torres and Hugo Puentes in a scuffle. Chihuahua challenges, looking for a blue card here. And Ian, I'm going to go to you first on this play. As a forward, what is your opinion on this play?
Yeah, it's just a bang-bang play. I mean, Torres is a big boy, man. He's a big boy. I think he got his hands up there, but, I mean, I think the defender, what do they try to do all the time? If you get better position on them, they always try to look for maybe a foul, and, I mean, he was trying to get a call. I mean, is their hands maybe touched his face a little bit? Maybe, but, I mean, I think he went easy on there, but, again, I think they got it right. I don't think it was a blue card, which was good, but I think the refs got this one right, man.
Yeah, I agree. I think Roman's arm is high, like you said, but there's no swing to it. I think he's just trying to play the ball. The contact is low-level force. I do think it gets him in the face, but the contact is low-level force, and it's just careless, and in referee speak, that means foul only. Correct call there by the referees, Ibarra and Clem, for no blue card.
We're down in Monterey now. Texas versus the Flash, and Ryan, this play is challenged, and they want a goal disallowed because of an alleged foul at the halfway mark.
Yeah, no way, Phil. This is a foul. Ortiz, he's right on the ball. I don't see a foul here. I think it's a correct call to let this goal stand and not deem this as being a foul.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that was a good tackle. I think maybe at the end he gets his arm because he's trying to make a play and he's trying to go to goal, but I mean, he won the ball fair and square there, and he was off to the races, and they scored. So I think the refs, great job of letting the play go on, too, with the advantage, too, right? So,
Ian, your first edition of Handball Roulette from the same game, Texas and Monterey. We've got this great look from the side angle, and I think, in my opinion, this is a clear handball.
Yeah, it's harsh, man. Like, he made a play on the ball, but I think he was off balance, or the ball took a different kind of hop, and then he ended up touching his hand. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, he tried to make the right play, but again, his arm kind of made with the falter, and obviously the biggest thing, it changed the trajectory of the ball, right? And I think that's the biggest thing, because if it doesn't move that, maybe 14 gets to the ball, maybe Ortiz gets it, whoever's in there gets the rebound. So, I mean, yeah, you got to call it a handball 100%.
Yeah, you're right. It is a bit harsh, but it is a handball. I mean, we discussed in the past, Phil, that a defender at times cannot play the ball into himself and it be a handball. But this comes off the defender, but it's a deflection. It's not a play. So that's the difference. And the difference in his hand is away from his body. It's in an unnatural position. So this is a penalty kick.
We head to Utica now for a decision that left Heat coach Pat Healy fuming. We're in the third quarter. This was challenged by the Heat, and determined no blue card on Mo NDI for what looks like, in my eyes, a little bit of a leg sweep.
Yeah, I mean, Mo takes a pretty good swing with his leg and misses the ball, and the question is here, is there contact? The swing in and of itself, my opinion, is borderline excessive force, and I think there's contact, even though based on the video, I mean, it's a little hard to tell, but I think this definitely should have been a blue card. This does go to VR, and we need to remember what the call on the field is, and the call on the field was no call, so no blue card. The referees looked at this and did not, in their opinion, didn't feel the video evidence was conclusive that there was contact. So they stayed with the call on the field, but I think this should have been a blue card.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, being a ref is a tough job, right? I respect them so much. But when plays like this happen as a player that likes to play the game and likes all the fancy stuff and the good things that happen, I know it's a tough game and all stuff, but this play, to me, it's like, it's not even that, like, he doesn't get the ball, the intent is not there. Maybe, again, the guy gets lucky because he doesn't really get all of his leg or his foot. So I guess maybe it's a blessing that he didn't get his whole leg. But at the end of the day, like, if a guy's got that intent, I don't understand it. Those plays are tough to me, man. I just don't like to see people kick out like that and you don't touch the ball or you don't even come close to the ball. So,
last play of the show, Comets versus the Ambush. And Ian, we've got such a unique perspective. I have to ask you, when you see a mass confrontation like this, or when you're involved in a mass confrontation like this, what goes through a player's mind?
Yeah, it's crazy because you never know. You don't know if it's going to escalate where, like, punches are being thrown, pushes, fighting, headlocks. You just never know. But, like, as Berto's going in there, I mean, they're giving him a beating, right? So it's like, you know, when you're up a couple goals, you just want to move the ball because you don't want to get kicked because obviously the other team is obviously getting frustrated. They're getting a beating. So taking it to the corner like that, for me, you're just asking for trouble, right? You're leaving it there. Of course, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to want to kick you. I mean, you get a chance to leave it right there, you're going to tell the refs, hey, I was playing for the ball, right? So it's a tough play to keep it in the corner. I wouldn't do that, but obviously Berto's a tougher player than me. So, I mean, if he can handle it, he can handle it. But, yeah, man, those melees are never fun, but it is what it is.
You know, Palmer, also, he has no business going to the ground here with his knee just freezing the ball, and then, you know, he gets upset that he gets kicked, but I think he put himself at risk there by doing that. I don't really see anything here that requires penalties at this point either. I think as a referee, when you have 12 seconds left, I think you just want to kind of get those 12 seconds completed. So I do think it was a good job by the referees there, Elvis and Rodman, to get in there quickly and prevent anything further from happening.
And that's it for today's show. Ryan, how do you think our special guest did?
Oh, man, did fantastic. I mean, I think, Ian, you'd make a great ref after you retire. And it would, you know, our fanatics would love it too.
Hey, I might take you up on that. You know what I mean? It was kind of fun being here and seeing a different perspective. So I liked it. I appreciate you guys having me on the show, man. Give me something to do while I'm banged up right now.
For Ian Bennett, that's Ryan Sigich. We'll see you next time on Under Review.
Man, you know what? I might have to be a ref when I retire.